But I've just tried to build this deck so many times, and it's just like, it always morphs into 4-color Omnath. But like, Collected Company is like a real reason to be this version instead, which is just so exciting. Because I used to like to play this kind of deck a lot before MH2. We should be more mono blue 8 cast in the near future. I don't know. It's like, so maybe I like the deck a lot. There's a good chance I'll play it again soon. But I don't usually plan streams very far ahead because I like to keep my options open. Like this is not a deck I would have been able to tell you I was playing Friday because Spies redeemed a deck tech for it last night. The idea was awesome. I spent last night like finishing my Esper Channel Fireball article, working on this list, playtesting this list, and that was my whole last night. Oh, I also played some Persona 5, but I digress. So I really like to just like not be super. I really like to not commit super hard. And say I'm going to be playing something on a certain day, so I can just leave my options open, and that's how we get stuff like this. And I'm not like, oh no, I committed to Pioneer Fridays, I committed to Grixis Shadow Tuesdays, and I can't play this cool new deck. Yeah, dude, I'm getting really into Persona. Esther's really into it too. We're like, this is like the first time like we've been like going through a game together really hard, which has been nice. Or at least Esther really likes to start games. Esther loves to start games. She's a good game starter. She's not a good. So I've got this glass on my desk. I keep toasting. She's not a good game finisher. I'll say that. She's not the best game finisher. But I'm having a good time. Is Deputy of Detention a lot stronger than Skyclave? Yeah, so before Modern Horizons 2, Skyclave was great. We had so many cool Skyclave decks. And then the flip got script where Deputy's, I think, way better, where it's like really good against Urza Saga tokens. It's really good against Murktide. It's really good against Rhino tokens, which are less relevant now, but like at the beginning of MH2 it was really relevant. Yeah, before MH2 it was like Skyclave was the better of the two variants. Okay. I think I'll just Deputy the Adept. I don't know what their hand is. Formation used to be my catchphrase. We've been talking a lot about it today, which is, like, it makes sense we're talking about it today, because this is, like, the kind of... I played, like, so many versions of, like, 4-color Flicker, 3-color Flicker before MH2. I remember, like, right as Companions were released, I was working on a Soulherder deck before, and I immediately, like, that first week had, like, I think a really good Yorion, like, Collected Company, or not, sorry, Court of Calling, Kiki Court deck that was really, really cool and, like, pretty good. And I was like, oh, Companions worth it. It was just a really fun time trying to figure out, like, how Companions played, and it was busted. And I think Nassif either won a challenge with the list or got second on the challenge with the list, like, that weekend. It was really cool. Yeah, this is like, they must have mulligans. Yeah, they multi 6. Oh yeah, the Inverter Herder Aether Vial deck. That deck was awesome. Yeah, it was a Thassa's Oracle, Inverter of Truth, Soulherder deck. It was sweet. A lot of sweet decks over the years, huh? A lot of sweet decks over the years. Ah! Alright. Sending the deck back if it's going to do this to me. Probably be okay. I guess if we're going to, like, brick like that, then it's going to be, should be in a game like this where we're super headed can never lose. Did I ever give my opinion on Black Green Food deck with Trail of Thumbs? Yeah, we were actually just talking about it, but you have to play 4 Squirrel in the deck, I think. I think Squirrel's, like, goated in that deck. I'm not sure 100% how I'd build it, but you can, like, Squirrel's also good with Trail of Crumbs. I think it's worse than Esper Food, though. You have, like, I think the Time Sieve plan compensates for what the Esper Food, the Green-Black Food deck doesn't have, is, like, it doesn't have a fast clock. And Time Sieve gives you, potential turn 3 combo, more often turn 4 combo. Although if you just have, like, Saga, Manufactor, Time Sieve, that's turn 3. You play Saga turn 1. Was Boyle main deckable at the height of Mystic Sanctuary Modern? It wasn't, I don't think, ever main deckable. Although I think I did play... So I played one tournament. So, like, the metagame got really, really inbred, but... Where's my Boyle proof? Oh, here it is. So I was playing a deck similar to this. Oh no, I've butchered the mana. This is no longer Boyle proof. It's just Breach. Dang it. Okay, I played a blue-red control deck that had it was a blue-red control deck that played I think no islands, although I think later maybe I added one island, but no islands in the deck. And I would side in Boyle against the Mystic Sanctuary decks and then the Astrolabe decks, and it was really, really nasty in those matchups. And I remember it performing decently. I remember I was like 5-0 or 5-1 or 4-1, something like that, in a bigger tournament at one point with the deck, and I ended up losing to Blood Moon out of a 5-color Niv deck that was playing Arkham's Astrolabe. It was just the Astrolabe was so nasty. It was a 5-color Niv Mizzet deck playing Blood Moon, and just like wrecked my blue-red deck. it was like felt so bad. Are cards like Boyle and Choke any good in Modern? You can play one Boyle. Boyle's like good against Titan 4-color blue-white. Alright, so they need to escape 8. They're 2 cards shy here. Be right back.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
It's been so thirsty today. I've been in the gym a little bit more lately, so I feel like that's making me thirstier. You need water to create muscle mass.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Could you put time save in the Golgari list? Maybe. Yeah, that's something worth looking into. Don't know if you could also play Squirrel.
It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Yeah, I pelted with pennies. I don't know if you can also play Squirrel, but it's worth looking at. You do have to play Academy Manufactor, I think, with time save though, and like I don't think you want to play Manufactor in the Golgari version, so I don't know. Okay, so they have to discard their... Oh, they have Flamewake Phoenix? Okay, I guess I'll Endurance them. Pretty brutal to get Endurance here. Game 1. Okay. Probably no wrong way to play this turn, huh? I guess I could have attacked and flickered the Ice-Fang. Too lazy. Obviously could have got Coco. I think the like possibility of drawing a white card is fine. We just can't really lose this game either. Alright, Squee deck tech. Blue-red Asmo. I got a lot of good deck techs this week. I think the main deck looks sick. I like it a lot. I think you probably want like one more Urza Saga target. Yeah, I think one more Urza Saga target would go a really long way. Probably winning Springleaf Drum. You probably can't cut a land for the Springleaf Drum, although you might be able to get away with it. You may move the Shadow Spear to the sideboard. I've been doing that on a lot of these lists, but I don't know that I'm necessarily recommending that. No, there's no bobble. Oh, sorry, I missed. There's no bobble. Yeah, that's a big miss. So you need to play bobble on your Dragon Range's channel or Ledger Shredder deck that cares about artifact synergies. It's probably just bobble over Epicure. Bobble over Epicure, I think, is good. I don't think I like these sideboard Kolaghan's commands or sideboard Thoughtseizes necessarily. I would be interested in like maybe figuring out like what your matchup spread is like, but you can play Shattering Spree and you can play like Flusterstorm over Thoughtseize, Shattering Spree over Kolaghan's command, and not need to dedicate a Black Splash. And the Black Splash I think is tough on your mana because you're playing Urza Saga. Okay, hold on. We're playing against Hollowvine. Gonna bring in the Endurances and Solitude. Cut the Time Warps. I guess I bring in the extra Deputy. Deputy's probably great here. HM Third Witness. Walls are probably good. Approach him Fourth Mimic, especially because we're up to like 28 hits now. Is Forge-Tender good? Forge-Tender blocks Asmo. You have to double block the Neonate. Blocks Root Walla. It's probably okay. Could you side into Blue-Red Breach? You could. Yeah, I don't know. If you feel like you're really bad against the linear matchups, you could side. You could. Well, I don't know. Having Mox Amber, Grinding Station, Underworld Breach is like your whole sideboard, or most of it, so it would require a lot of testing. I don't know if it's correct. Very cool list, though. I like it. Again, I would play Bobble over Epicure. And then that gives you a lot more Urza Saga targets, too. And then I would maybe sideboard Shadow Spear, maybe main deck Shadow Spear over Springleaf Drum. I don't know. I would just consider it. And then like Flusterstorm over Thoughtseize, Strategy Spear over Kolaghan's Command. Your sideboard looks pretty good. Sweet list. Turn 1 Asmo. I would not play Ruins or Shinka. Yeah, with the blue splash, I don't think you play Ruins or Shinka. Well, you can maybe play Shinka. Your Ragavan Asmo deck. Yeah, Shinka's probably fine, but yeah, maybe not Ruins. Wait, Ruins wasn't in the mana base, was it? I missed that. I think the Shinka's fine. I maybe play just 4th Stevens over the Ruins. Ooh, an Aether Spellbomb in the sideboard is probably good too. Or the main deck. Urza Saga targets are so rough, dude. Okay, discarding Vengevine. Do they have a creature to play? Burning Inquiry. Okay, we on F6. 2 Vengevines. But they would need a 0 mana creature here. Alright. Draw Endurance. Or Ephemerate. Nothing of the sort yet. Pretty crucial turn here. No Knight of Autumn versus Hollow One. I mean, I've got Deputy of Detention and Solitude. I don't think you want to bring it in. You could, I guess. I think Aether Spell is 100% main deck. Yeah, I think that's a good argument. I think that a lot of people think that the Shadow Spear is like super mandatory in all the food packages, but I think it's very sideboardable. Okay, Goblin Lore. No Root Walla triggers. They discard 2 Hollow Ones. They discard 2 Hollow Ones and an Ox of Agonis. If those Hollow Ones are in the hand, they have both of them in play and 2 Vengevines in play. Instead, they're both in the yard. And they haven't cast a single creature spell yet. Okay, I don't think I Solitude in response. I also don't find an Endurance yet. They discard a 3rd Vengevine. Getting pretty desperate to find an Endurance. Next turn they have Ox of Agonis. I feel like I have to Ice-Fang looking for Endurance. I don't think Deputy on Asmo matters much. Okay, I don't know how we survive this turn. I guess I could just like... No, I could just like let them actually Vengevine, and then I could just Deputy the Vengevines. But with the Ox of Agonis in the yard, I can't imagine my opponent doesn't triple Vengevine me here. And then we probably double chump into Deputy Wall of Blossoms, we'll see. Okay. Opponent's gonna put some triggers on the stack here. How's the deck versus Tron? Pretty bad. Time Warp combo gives you some equity. Collector Ouphe gives you some equity. Meddling Mage gives you maybe some equity. I remember playing Detention Sphere unironically in my blue-white control deck. Me too. I once played a blue-white mirror match for my opponent. I've told this story a few times. My opponent tried to Detention Sphere my Detention Sphere, tried to condemn a blocking creature, and did like one other like weird rules interaction. But like as soon as I pointed them out, they like immediately took it back. Like really seemed like they knew what was going on. There's a lot more weirdness too in that game. I've told the story earlier. Oh, so I got friendly Asmo gets to attack, so I guess we just take 8. I can jump with the Hierarch, but then I get to play my second wall. Ooh. And a hollow one. Yeah, this was my old blue-white control list. I got 29th place. I was playing Gideon of the Trials, Jace, Architect of Thought, before the Jace the Blind Sculptor unban. 1 Gideon Jura. This is 2017, really? Jura, Elspeth Sun's Champion, 4 Path to Exile, 4 Serum Visions, 4 Spell Snare, 1 Blessed Alliance, 1 Logic Knot, 4 Cryptic, 4 Supreme Verdict, 4 Spreading Seas, 2 Detention Sphere, 4 Celestial Colonnade, 4 Tectonic Edge. Ooh, Porphyry Nose was my tech for Bant Eldrazi. Oh, man. Now that was a hero deck. Yeah, some good times, huh? Alright, how are we doing? I can block here, die. Game 3. Yeah, the colonnades are like the most expensive cards of the deck. They're just so good. You had to play them. How would I have rebuilt it in the context of the time? I mean, that's how I built it then. I don't know, dude. I thought it was fine. I did pretty well. I thought it was a good metagame list for that weekend. It was a different time, you know? It was a different time. Okay, Sneep. I say we're on a league with it too now. Isn't I thought Jace Architect of Thought was banned. I can't play it. That card's banned, right? I thought they banned Elspeth Sun's Champion. Dude, okay, Elspeth was actually just like the GOAT back then though. Elspeth was just the sickest card ever. I remember like having like this conversation with my friends. This is so funny, but there was like several times I was discussing Control and Modern, and most people ran 1 Sphinx's Revelation in that Elspeth Sun's Champion spot, and I'm like, guys, if you're gonna spend 6 mana plus for a card in Modern, it has to be Elspeth Sun's Champion. Nothing is better than Elspeth Sun's Champion. And everyone would always go, yeah, you're right. yeah, that makes sense. Every single time, they're like, yeah, actually. Elspeth was just nuts. It was just so unbeat. It was just 6 mana to win the game. What happened? Just so good against Eldrazi. I don't have a white card for Ephemerate. Kind of don't want to Endurance. I would prefer to Solitude Ephemerate than to like Endurance Ephemerate here. So I might cast the Ice-Fang and just like see if I draw a white card, see if I draw a green card. If they get back the Vengevine here. Dude, you and Elspeth Sun's champion against the Jund player, and they'd be like... Oh man, good times. Simpler times. Simpler times. I guess I'm gonna use my mana. Oh boy. Okay, keep Solitude Ephemerate. Damn it. And they hit a Root Walla. They discarded the hollow ones. They get their Vengevine back. Guess it'll be okay. I might actually go Soulherder. Soulherder Solitude, grow the Soulherder. Flicker the Ice-Fang. We'll see if they have anything else. Yeah, those kind of joke leagues, like run a league with a deck from 2017. Like they're not fun for the whole league. They're fun for like maybe half a match. You know, like it's the joke is old after 20 minutes, I think. Yikes! Can't believe they discarded both my Ephemerates. So I can either go Deputy of Vengevine, Solitude a Hollow One. I think I want to get the Soulherder down. It just gets so big. Like it's gonna be like stonewalling the whole battlefield next turn. But I can wait on the pitch since we draw another card off the Ice-Fang here. Or the same white card, actually. I saw Fluffy 4-1 with 2016 have a blast. That sounds very fun, for sure. I will consider it and then probably never do it. The aspiring spike away. Deputy is worse on haste threats? Yeah. Yeah, so I should have deputied the Hollow One and then Solitude the Vengevine. If I took that line. So I guess I'll Solitude the... I'll Solitude the Vengevine either way, I guess, but... Yeah, but I also remember, like, this blue-white list being a little, like... I remember being... It was an SCG Open on the weekend of an Invitational, so it was, like... It was, like, you could... Like, the SCG Invitationals and Opens were always tournaments that you could metagame way easier for than any other tournament, because... Like, especially, like, SCG Opens, and we're, like, all, like, the highest density of just tier 1 decks, and no, like, brewing, no pet decks I've ever seen. But then, like, Invitationals where that effect's, like, super exacerbated. Where, like, you could just kind of guarantee that people were going to be playing, like, the same, like, 3 or 4 decks every single round. It was really, really, really unique. Okay, so I have no cards in their hand, so I can go... Soulherder Hollow One. Probably Chump Block. We'll see if they attack with the Root Wall or not. So I can go Soulherder Hollow One. Block here, Chump here. Take 7 down to 8. And then Deputy of Detention. Divines. But this was like super metagamed for like Grixis Shadow, Infect, and there was like one other deck I was really trying to target. Okay, so Solitude Hollow One. Do I trade Soulherder for Asmo? I think I could take 7. You never took 7 before, kid. Oh, wait, they're just going to be able to kill my Soulherder next turn, though. Never mind, I just trade. So we Deputy the Vengevines, and I don't think we shock to hold up Ephemerate, because they can't Lightning X me, they have no cards in their hand. Yeah, I forgot the Deputy, or Asmo could actually kill cards. in this matchup, it really often doesn't, I think. Weird match. Long match, too. Take 4. I think I'm gonna go to 5 so I can have Ephemerate up here. Definitely kind of risky. I think stopping Ox of Agonis from being a good top deck is important here. That's a pretty good draw too. Deputy Food and Soulherder, Deputy hit Vine. It's kind of an interesting line. Not sure that it's necessarily better, but definitely interesting. Okay, I think we're just gonna 1-mana draw 2 here. The most pure Ephemerate on the Wall of Blossoms. People have been using Ephemerate for evil for several months now. I should take higher wall. I kind of want the extra mana. Bulvers, 10 months. Appreciate you. Let's have the Solitude up though. It's nice to be playing against a aggro deck that has no reach here. Just don't need to worry about getting bolted out. Maybe famous last words though. Next turn I have 6 mana. Kath of the Twitch Prime, appreciate you. I think I'm actually just going to go Eternal Witness, get back Ephemerate, and I can hold up Solitude Ephemerate. Get a Exalted Lifelinker down. What is this bolt? It's like play with fire. Yeah, very similar. Very similar. I can also probably play this Soulherder pretty easily. These are definitely the kind of games where it's really easy to like walk on eggshells a little bit and be like, oh, what if they have a random Shrapnel Blast? What if they have 2 random Lightning Bolts? But I don't know. They just like don't, you know. I guess I can even... It's even just correct to just get that back another Solitude though. I think Circuit Mender would be possible in this deck over walls. If Circuit Mender is a 3-mana spell, there's almost no way that it's correct, but I can read the card. Yeah, you need to keep the mana curve is the main reason why you play the walls. Okay, this is fine. Would Wall of Omens be better because Turk is pro-white? Wall of Omens pitches to Solitude, so I think that it's more relevant because you are like you're lacking on white cards if you play less than this, but it's not a huge factor. Not a huge factor either way. I think the debates on Wall of Omens versus Wall of Blossoms splits is best saved for late night Discord conversations with your friends. Or Walls better than Enchantment Dog. Yeah, I think the 4 toughness is really, really big. Like, you might think that a 1/1, like Coiling Oracle or Spirited Companion, whatever, trading with Ragavan is really nice, but it's just so easy for them to kill the 1 toughness creature. Wall of Omens gumming up the board and buying you time is just really nice. It's been a long match. Yeah, the real answer is Wall of Omens has a cool Double Masters 2 art, and I wanted to play with it. The only reason we're playing this deck today. Lightning Axe, my Deputy of Detention. Soulherder is going to get beefy. So I'm not just trying to block at random, but I do think I'm just not going to go to 3. Just don't really need to, I don't know. it doesn't matter. We had won the game a long time ago. It just took like 20 minutes to actually cross the finish line. 5-1 on the day though. 5-1 on the day. But like, yeah, is that guy actually was the guy in charge of the RCQ system? Because if so, this might just be a shit show. I don't know. It's more of brand recognition outside of the community. Okay, yeah, that sounds like the case. Again, I'm a little out of my element speaking on such things. Torben, yeah, that's the guy. If that guy was actually like handling the account, you know, we're in trouble. Okay, dude, I keep playing against Yorion decks. I'm like, okay, I get to test the 4-color matchup. It just keeps being death and taxes. They get a Cauldron. I have a lot of exile-based removal in the deck, so I'm not too worried. I think I just want to get a wall down instead of a Ice-Fang. St1 Volo, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Recon, dropping in from YouTube to get the price. Oh, sorry, I meant to play the Glasspool Mimic. Damn it. Quick comment deck. Need 4 Panharmonicons. I'm not the Panharmonicon guy. We have a Panharmonicon guy in the Magic community. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Ooh, Skyclave. Interesting. Yeah, I meant to play the Glasspool Mimic last turn. Okay, just I think easy this turn. Play the Mimic. Hold up Ice-Fang / Ephemerate. Kind of surprised that they prioritize killing my Hierarch instead of just Cauldroning me, but I'm fine with that. DreamHack has always had Tricer Pro Tour. I made day 2 of Atlanta. Its top prizes had several $1,000. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know too much about DreamHack. I had a good time. I'll say I had a good time at the DreamHack event and DFW in Dallas. But it also, like, you know. Oh, sorry, I don't have Ice-Fang up. I just have Ephemerate. I guess I will Ephemerate then. I keep thinking that this is an island. Just like all the pixel art's kind of like mushed together in my brain. I wonder if they have Solitude. If they have Solitude here, probably not, right? Another wall. 1 mana, draw 2. The most pure form of magic. Alright. We basically always main phase Coco in the stack unless you're playing around counter magic or sweepers. There's my Deputy. Yeah, there's just so many like tokens in Image 2. It's like Deputy was so bad before Image 2, and now it's like I forgot Cauldron also is a big boon for the card. Maybe they have like Solitude, whatever, but another point for Deputy over Skyclave. Helpful Magic viewer, thank you for the Twitch Prime, appreciate you. And then Lazy Titan with the 5 months, thank you as well. I believe if they Solitude there, the token doesn't get exiled. Oh my gosh, touch the Spirit Realms, Flicker Cauldron. Now that's some good tech. Now that's some technology right there, huh? I'm probably going to soak up 4 life with a wall here. I've never seen that. That's awesome. I'm not sure exactly how good it is, but it's hella sweet. I think they're more looking to have sort of Feast and Famine in the deck than Fire Ice, so blocking with wall makes a little more sense. Kind of narrow, obviously. So I'm going to Solitude Ephemerate here. I think I just Arbiter Germ. Dude, my YouTube is playing like a really good instrumental remix of a Zelda song, and I'm just immediately relaxed. Immediately relaxed and focused. Alright, hopefully they don't have another Touch the Spirit Realm. Which Zelda song? I can't remember. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be seeing on stream. It's like, fuck, I don't know. Well, I'll just play it. Probably won't get picked up by anything. I'll just play a little snippet of it. Yeah, very good. Three shocks, we can go Ice-Fang Ephemerate here. Should have a pretty good attack with the Solitude too, with the Exalted. Scully, 2 months, thank you. Yeah, we post a link to that in the chat if anybody wants to listen, actually. It's really very nice. I don't know if it's a remix. Yeah, it's a lo-fi version. But it's the first time it's popped up on my like YouTube, and it's really nice. So let's make with the deck tech and take a look. I gotta, yeah, you got the wrong link here. Just fix the link and I'll take a look. It's not original slip. Yeah, it's like a little remix, but I always like remixes like this and just kind of like touch it up a little bit. Don't really change the whole feel of the song or anything. Just give it a little makeover. There's the Yorion. So you get to flicker the Kaldra, they get to flicker the Skyclave. I don't know if they're targeting with the Skyclave, but I can just ephemerate whatever they target. Don't need to be really too scared here. Is it Phoenix? No Phoenix. So this is an update from earlier? Or is this like a list that's been running around? Because we did a deck tech for like this exact list earlier, right? No. We had a deck tech for this exact list, so I guess I'm a bit confused. Yeah. I just didn't know like if this was like running around. That's fine. That's fine. Like I think that this list is not as good as Phoenix. I also think that if you're gonna play Reckless Rage, you need to play Fourth Thing in the Ice. I also think the Brazen Borrower is like straight up not good in Pioneer. I think that the card's like good in Legacy, mediocre in Modern. Like you play it in like exactly Team of Rhinos, and then you convince yourself it gives your like bad matchups, you know, more equity. But I don't think it's a card that is actually like a card I'm like interested at all really in playing in Pioneer. I don't think it lines up well against almost anything. And Fourth Thing in the Ice is good. It helps your Reckless Rage play 4. I don't like the main deck Anger of the Gods either. Unless like the metagame is like super cohesive to Anger of the Gods right now, and I just, you know, I haven't been playing, so like maybe it is. Maybe it is, but unless that's the case, I don't think I'm gonna be like super into the card. Okay, so let's go Flicker or Witness again. I think being on Crackling Drake, Shredder Thing of the Ice, no Phoenix is fine. I think it's not as good as Phoenix, but I think like if you disagree and you say, yeah, I actually do think it's as good as, you know, playing a more traditional Phoenix list, like I don't think I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. I think that you could be correct. It's an interesting approach to the deck. At the very least, no matter how you chop it up. I think I would just want to hit the Germ token here. I don't think I need to care that much about the Thalia still. I can Ice-Fang Ephemerate again. That being said, I think you're playing just too much removal no matter how you splice it, and I would be interested in like, I didn't say this the first time, but I would be interested in like 2 Spell Pierce at least over the Anger Gods, maybe a 3rd Spell Pierce over the Spikefield Hazard. I was liking Spell Pierce a lot. I think that also like 12 or 10 1-mana shocks is too much, but either way, I also think that Strangle is better than Play with Fire, because there's like, I remember there being enough like relevant 3 toughness creatures to want Strangle over Play with Fire when I was playing a lot of these decks. I would play 3 Hearses in the sideboard. I think Hearse is very important and very good. Okay, I guess maybe I should have tried to Solitude this in response, but I'm gonna Ephemerate, exile the sword, try to block the Yorion. Hope this works. Okay, kind of like a lot of loose thoughts. I haven't been playing as much Pioneer lately, but when I was playing a lot of Izzet decks. I would kind of think that the Delver deck I was working on or I would think that the Phoenix list would be better versions than this deck. But again, I haven't been playing like the last like month or so, so I'm like a little out of my element. I also kind of am of the opinion that like Crackling Drake is the kind of card that it's like very easy to like, oh, Crackling Drake, it's great, works with Treasure Cruise, draws you a card. That's a card that was good in Standard. It's probably a good option. And I don't think that Crackling Drake is bad, but I think it's really high on the curve. You can get some like really gummed up hands with like Treasure Cruises and Crackling Drakes. So when you're already playing 4 crews, like I think that you want to keep your curve like as low as possible. You know, you got your Shredders, you have your thing in the ices, and like that's what I liked with the Delver deck, because you just had really low curve. You had counter spells with the counter target spell if you have a flyer, unless they pay 4. I like that dynamic a lot, and I think I like this dynamic less. So I think those are my thoughts. We consider Vanilla Click a sub over Tron Titan. Vanilla Click is not modern playable. Don't at me with the Hayashi list, please. Spare me. I love Hayashi though, but it's just not good. I'm sorry. It's one of those. It's just a hero card. I'm sorry. I love Vanilla Click. I love it. No one can deny my love for Vanilla Click. But I would just also not register it in the deck ever. No. I hate Collected Company. That card's we're talking about hero cards. I'd play a Venser also. Like if I was gonna have like a grindy card that like you can flicker for value against like Tron and Titan, it's like definitely Venser. I know you can't Coco into it, but Venser's like nuts against them. This is fine. I think I just, again, I'm just going to gain a little life here. Just gain a little life. I would say how she's listed have a click for Coco Soulherder. Yeah. I understand. Like Click does have synergy here. I'm not denying it has synergy. It is just like way too slow and weak and fragile. Like and the deck already has like I would play the first Renegade Rallier. I would play the 4th Eternal Witness. I would play there's a long list of 3 drops I would be playing before I played that one. Wow, didn't brick. So Flicker Solitude, Flicker Eternal Witness. You know, this is one of those decks where we've already like this game should be like very over, but you have to play for like another 10 minutes. Okay, never mind. Okay, so on the draw, gets 80 card, Death and Taxes. Probably interested in the 4th Solitude. I don't feel like this is a matchup where we care that much about the Time Warp combo. We just kind of have the inevitability without it. Endurance doesn't seem very well positioned. Deputy seemed pretty good that game. You can play 1 Collector Ouphe. I think I'm probably going to be happy enough without it. This right here gives me 26 hits for Coco, though, so I'm going to need to get at least 1 more of these creatures in here. Maybe the first Knight of Autumn. Maybe the first Collector Ouphe. Don't think I want Meddling Mage. Although Meddling Mage on Yorion's okay. Knight for Vile. I think that the Knight has enough targets to play the first copy, and I'll just play 1 Time Warp, I think. Like, it could be rough to pile on paper, yeah, for sure. For sure. Although it's only 60 cards, at least. No shuffling the 80 card deck. Is Yorion not worth the deck with Blink stuff? Yeah, so we've talked about this a lot. So, again, people talk... So you can't play Collected Company in the 80 card version. The way you build Collected Company, like you warp your deck around it. Where you like I wouldn't be playing this density of 1 through 3 mana spells. I'd be playing 4 mana spells, and like keeping that same ratio in 80 card deck is difficult. Maybe doable, but difficult. But you're gonna draw your Collected Company much less often, and that just doesn't give you a good reason to like be a Coco version of the deck. So if you cut the Cocos and you still want to play an Eternal Witness Time Warp deck, what are you playing? You're playing 4-color Omnath. You're just playing 4-color Omnath. A variant of 4-color Omnath, but just a deck that's very established and around for a long time and doesn't need a lot of work on it. And so, I've been trying to build this deck for a long time. Every time I build it, it just inevitably melds into 4-color Omnath, which is fine. Fine deck, good choice. But I didn't think that there was a reason to play a version like this until yesterday. Spies redeemed a deck tech with this idea where you play Collected Company, you try to Coco into Eternal Witness Soulherder, and I loved it. And I spent some time last night working on it, and here we are today. Play around Even Mind Sensor and stuff. Kind of telegraphing the Ephemerate, but I don't care. Omnath works good with Soulherder. Yeah, I know. You can play Soulherder as like a 1 or 2 of as an Eldormi's Call target in an Omnath deck. You can play a Soulherder version of the Omnath deck. It's not as good probably, but you can do it. That being said, that's just what the deck morphs into. I'm not that interested in working on 4-color Omnath on the stream. Just is not that exciting to me. And I also think there's like tons of really talented, good minds working on the archetype, like Yarvis and Titty Pills and Mason. All good players, all working on the deck. Doesn't need another brain working on it. Canister's also spent tons and tons of time on the archetype, although his friendship is ended with Yorion. Dude. And then also like you get to like really feel something when you play this version. You get that blood pumping, dude. You get that blood pumping. That's 2 in a row. No, not 2 in a row. We had some Cocos that hit after that. You get that blood pumping though. I think we're still gonna do okay. You ever Path to Exile a Wall of Omens, chat? Dude, guys, remember yesterday? Chat was like, Spike, what would it have to happen for Path to Exile to be playable and modern again? And my answer to that chatter was, why do you want to put Path to Exile in your deck? You want to do this? You want to Path Wall of Omens? This is really how you want to spend your time? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm tired of pretending like I don't. I think I'm actually just going to get a land and Wall of Omens here. Yeah, classic example of why we need Swords to Plowshares in Modern. That being said, I am at a... Oh, no, dude, I was... No, I still have islands in the deck. I'm 2 islands. But if I didn't have those islands, I probably should just got a shock land against Double Field of Ruin and the Path to Exile. Kind of flooding though. Thanks, Path to Exile. I guess I'll just Deputy. Oh, I was probably supposed to copy the Ice-Fang. Honestly, speed utility opposed to Swords of Modern. That was also the case for Counterspell mostly fine. Swords of Plowshares would be too good and for the format, in my humble and simple opinion. Like if Swords is legal, no, I just can't even entertain it. It's just way too good. It's just way too good. It is so much better than Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat, Prismatic Ending. I know like these cards could also hit Planeswalkers and stuff, but oh my gosh, Swords of Plowshares is just it's on another level. It's just on another level. It's too much. I agree. yeah, I know. I hate the subgame too. The current meta for the Swords to Plowshare fans. The current meta is to say, but Spike, there's already a 0 mana Swords to Plowshares in Modern. It's called Solitude. Maybe you've heard of Solitude. Maybe you've heard of Solitude. It's a 0 mana Swords to Plowshares, Mr. Spike. Which is just like bad faith argument. But again, we've talked about this a bunch. The current meta, every single person in this chat is bored of Modern. It's been like 3 months since a set release. We've got 2 months to go or something like that. Everyone is bored. Everyone in this chat has an agenda, a pet card of theirs that they want unbanned or printed into Modern the first time. How do you go about accomplishing this goal? Step one, identify the card. Step 2, convince the rest of the community it would be bad actually. Convince the community Swords would be bad. Splinter Twin would be bad. Faithless Looting would be bad. Just convince them it would be bad. Baleful Strix, yeah, it would be bad actually. It would be bad actually. So it's fine to print. It would just be bad actually. Swords of Plowshares, it would be playable. It would just be as good. It's got all this other removal. It just is mediocre actually. That's the current meta. And the meta has been solved, and I'm over it. They just hold the Ephemerate probably.
What's up? It's me, your friend Spara.
Shahrazad printed into Modern. Finally, a based take! Finally, for the first time in this channel, we have a based chatter. Let's get Shahrazad in the format. Let's freaking go, dude. A first time comment. What a beautiful first chat. First time chat, 300 bits, Shahrazad into Modern. A based a based chatter in this humble Twitch chat. Amazing. Finally, some hope in this text box. Am I gonna get Breeding Pool back? Let's get Breeding Pool back. I have no fetchables left, so I'm not playing the Misty. I only have 1 Time Warp in the deck. Don't even make me play around Settle the Wreckage. I mean, I would ordinarily, like, never say this in this matchup, but I, like, legitimately think if I play anything else, I'm overcommitting to the board. I can't imagine that they have a Wrath in their deck, though. Because they're, like, mono creatures. Okay, some long matches today. We're 2-0 in this league. We are 6-1 on the day. Feeling pretty good. Nobody tell Nassif though that I'm 6-1 with a Soulherder deck. nobody relay the message. Okay, can keep this. Spying effects for space chatter. I know. Imagine coming into the chat, just immediately turning it all around. Immediately setting a good example for everybody else. Modern is boring, but if you had the power to shake it up, what would it be? Oh, what would I change? I would simply go back in time and I think Modern's pretty good. I don't think a lot needs to change. I think that I've said for a long time that Bridge from Below should be unbanned. I still have that stance. Like, it really didn't make any sense it was banned in the first place. It, like, I know this step is convince everybody. I know I'm joking. Aha, convince would be bad, but holy shit, Bridge from Below would be so bad in the presence of the Evoke incarnations. I think graveyard, like, linear decks need a buff. I think it would be a good unban, but also it never should have been banned in the first place. It was just such a joke. It was banned in the first place. That being said, I also hate the card Omnath. I think that card is like, if I had to ban a card out of hatred, it would be that one, even more than Creeping Chill, to be honest. I just hate. I'm so ahead against Omnath. They're so behind. Even if they have like 2 pitch elementals, I'm still gonna kill them next turn. And they just go Omnath, fetch land, gain 4, cast an incarnation, Ephemerate. It's just like the life gain. Ban all life gain cards. I've been saying that for years too. Yeah, I know and the new art too. The new art is such a troll. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that you should necessarily ban cards out of hatred. But if I could, that is the one I would do. That's the one I'd select. Yeah, but also I'm feeling kind of nervous, shit talking Omnath like that, to be honest, because the new Omnath is freaking jacked, dude. Freaking yoked. Okay, if I draw a Eternal Witness off the Coco, I win. If I hit Deputy of Detention, I win. So I think I'm gonna have a little bit of faith in the Coco, but I don't want to main phase it into the Sentinel either. Yeah, the new Omnath is freaking jacked, and I'm afraid you might hear me talking some shit. Not gonna play around main deck Needle ever. So I got I guess a pretty good double block on this construct probably. That being said, if I had Deputy, I want to exile both constructs, so I'll definitely just Coco first. Eternal Witness is infinite turns, so that's the best hit by a lot. Ding 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 ding, and we hit Deputy. I'm supposed to get a land back, because I do need to find one land to infinite turns. They're gonna get to draw some cards, but they're tapped out. They should be fine. But how do you win, Aspiring Spike? You take an infinite turns, sure. How do you win? What is the plan? What is the plan? The plan is they'll probably just concede right now because they're a Hammer Time player and they're interested in not seeing the rest of the deck. They don't care. They're just gonna bonk me. Oh yeah, deck them with Sentinel. Pretty flashy, flashy way to win. Not actually possible here, but I like your style, kid. Okay, I guess I'm going to Solitude the Stoneforge Mystic and show them they're dead to the Deputy. And that was good enough for them. Probably have a pretty good Hammer Time matchup. We're a Solitude Ephemerate deck. Got a lot of sideboard cards too. Definitely gonna cut the Endurances. Probably interested in going down on walls. Bringing more 2-drops too. I think I'm gonna cut the second Time Warp. Let's do the Time Warp again. Get the second Mimic. The wall seems fine. Could cut the third Witness too. Yeah, I think on the draw maybe I'll cut the third Witness. I'm going up on 3-drops too. Oh yeah, with Endurance we can actually do real infinite turns, not just limited to the size of our library. Okay, I'll keep this hand. Pretty good combo potential. Got Wall of Omens as a blocker. Omnath's been building towards being complete. Dude, that's actually a really good guess, right? That they're going to complete Omnath as a Phyrexian. Because it's like... He's currently 4 colors, right? Blue, red, white, green. And then he's completed, and then that's the black mana? Is that the storyline? Hire me, wizards. I love it. This is fine. Kind of need to play wall. Just not gonna react to that one. Just not gonna react to that one. If you react when you get mana tithed, you give them exactly what they want. You give them exactly what they want. A reaction. Not for me. I'm chilling. You have another mana tithed opponent? That's fine. I don't care. It's good tech. It's good tech. It's great tech. This is fine. Good job, opponent. You've cracked the case. You've cracked it. I think I Time Warp here. Draw land, I can go Witness Deputy. Just need a wall. I guess I just... No, if I play Witness here, I have to chump block with Witness against any artifact. What if they just don't have an artifact? No, I'm just doing so well. Even if they have an artifact, like next turn, I can go block Ephemerate, chump with Ouphe, then I can go Witness, Deputy of Detention, get rid of both constructs. I'm just like doing pretty good, so... Dead to hammer. Alright, put in some Mono Spice. Okay. I'm on the play for game 3. Okay, we've got double mana tithed. Meddling Mage mana tithe. Now that's thinking with portals, dude. Alright, hard to... this hand's great. We have Solitude, Ephemerate, we've got Knight of Autumn. We're great. Great hand. As long as they don't mana tithe my Wall of Omens, we'll be fine. Please don't mana tithe me. No. Don't do it. Oh, thank Clothis. Yeah, 100% have tithe. Foolishly tapping out of white mana. Okay, can we just draw a land and Knight of Autumn them out of the game? Ding, 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 ding. Been a while since I've Knight of Autumn and Urza Saga. These matchups gotta be pretty good. This is fine. I've got the Solitude. So they target the Ornithopter. I Solitude, pitch Wall of Omens. Healthy 16. Get the Soulherder, Ephemerate. Oh, wow. Or Soulherder, not Ephemerate, but just Flicker. Am I gonna kill the Sigardazade or the Saga? I think I actually just kill the Sigardazade. We can kill the Saga next turn. If they want to spend their whole turn making a token, they're never winning. Okay, 3-0, 7-1 on the day. Feeling great. Feeling really good. I think I'll keep this on the draw. Do you think this deck and Aether Mage's Touch are doing well with seemingly a little bit of control decks in the field? I mean, 4-color Amath is a control deck, kind of, but... I don't know. Aether Mage's Touch deck is just a good strategy. I'm not afraid to see control with that strategy either. I would be totally fine. Turn 1, Polluted Delta. Okay, I think we've only played against Murktide once today. Maybe not. Playing against Grixis Shadow for sure. Counterspell Wall of Omens, okay. This one resolves. So no Ragavans for you. We're dead. Was good while it lasted. They drew 2 off charm. Can't win. We'll play it out though. Expressive Iteration. They Murktide. It's a 7/7. But this is a big part of the reason why we're playing Deputy of Detention. Is because Deputy like resets the Murktides to be 3/3s. Ice-Fang is also like a nice Death Touch answer to Murktide. They exiled Holy Heat. They killed my Hierarch instead of the Wall. My opponent has recently sold all their copies of Spell Pierce. I mean, seeing Charm is, I guess they whatever. Just no, opponent, please stop. No, brutal. I think it makes sense to jam. That they usually play 1 or 2 copies of Spell Pierce. Brutal though. 8/8 Murktide. 3 cards in hand. Ragavan? Okay, that's good. Some good news. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to... I hope that they just crack their fetch land and I get to Solitude them. They might mess up. Yeah, don't mess up. Good play, good play. So now I open myself up to Archmage's Charm. If they had Archmage's Charm, they would never have cast the Ragavan, so I think it's fine. But yeah, they can like consider into something now. Alright, resolves. But they kept the card on top, so it's either another Murktide or a Expressive Iteration. Wasn't expecting it to be that. Oh, they messed up. They have already cast a spell, so I thought they would get the Connive. But they should have cast this before Shredder. And they exile Consider, and then they can't play. That was a huge mistake by them. I probably can't afford to trade Solitude for Ragavan. Need to save it to Flicker. Lots of great draws here, though. Oh, they can play the Consider. Okay, they almost didn't. Weird. Okay, Explore. Yeah, I can't trade the Solitude yet. If I draw land, I can go Eternal Witness Coco. Okay, guess that's the line. We do let them trigger Connive, that'll be okay. Alright, we've bricked on a couple Cocos today. Hopefully this is not gonna prick. We've thinned a lot. We have a lot of creatures still in the deck too. We should be fine. Famous last words. Yeah, not ideal. Although the Hierarch actually lets me attack with Solitude, which is at least something. Witness is a good draw. I would trade Solitude for Shredder. I just don't want to trade it for Ragavan. Right, gain 4 up to 16. When discards a Consider to the Shredder, so their hand has at least 2 good cards in it, including the 3rd Expressive Iteration. Exile Mishra's Babble. Discarding Babble. Why not attack pre-Coco? For exactly the reason I hit Hierarch and I could attack with Solitude. If I attack first, I can't attack here. There's just no reason to do it. No, there's no they're tapped out. There's no reason to Coco after attacks. You buy some Pioneer Blue. I control Cyborgs to beat Rectosac. You gotta play a lot of Rest in Pieces. If you just need to like Rest in Peace into Verdict to beat them usually. If I cast Witness, it's very likely to just get countered. Ooh, instant speed threat here is so nice to find. Can't really attack into the Shredder though. If my opponent cracks the Islet, I'll probably cast Shredder. I'm opening myself up to Murktide a little bit, but I think getting rid of the Shredder is really nice. And what's nice about having 2/3/2 lifelinkers is that they do have a Murktide Not dying to it super fast. Could Spell Prayer be good in deck? No, it's just Spell Queller is a hero card, unfortunately. It's just one of those that it's time to hang up your Quellers. I can't really imagine it ever being like very good in Modern again, to be honest. Main phase draw 2. I don't know how they do that when they have so many cards in their hand, but I like that they're doing that. Okay, they very clearly have a counter spell. I'm just gonna start off with an attack of the Solitude, and then I don't have an Ephemerate in the yard, which kind of stinks. But I think I just want to at least resolve my Witness, because getting the Coco in hand pressures their mana a lot more too. I don't have enough mana to obviously cast the Coco again, but. I do have 2 mana left. Yeah, I just really wish I had an Ephemerate, but I haven't drawn one yet. This Queller, Delver, or Snapcaster see Modern play. The Snapcaster does see Modern play. Like the Wafo control decks, Snapcaster is a good card. Delver is way closer. Like people 5-0 with Delver as a budget replacement to Ragavan all the time. Ragavan or Shredder. So, I mean, people do also 5-0 with like Spirits and like Spell Quellers in that deck. So I don't know. But like outside of Spirit synergies, I just would never recommend playing Spell Queller in like a Bant deck like this. Found a lo-fi Zelda game on Spotify. His name is Mikkel. Other stuff similar slap. Sounds good. I'll check it out. I definitely meant to like the video, but forgot to. All right, I think at this point I just will take a trade of Solitude for Ragavan so I can get in for a lot more damage. These are the Pixel Snow Basics. Whereas, I think there's Secret Lair in paper. I don't know exactly. Exactly what they're like on. If they're promos or secret, like they have Secret Lair bundles on Magic Online. Okay, I'm just gonna jam. I think that's all 4. That's 4 counter spells. 4 counter spells, 2 charms. Lots of good top decks, including that one. Damn it, main deck dress down. So good here. Can't even attack anymore. Putting away Delta. 2 cards in their hands. Pretty likely that one of them is Ragavan, I think. I mean, they just don't have more counter spells in the deck, so I'm going to main phase this. I'm going to play this one on their turn because of Connive. We'll attack for 3 here, though. Having double Ice-Fang here is kind of nuts, actually. Really good top decks for me. Lucky me. They maybe have like 1 more Archmage's Charm, and they might not. They might just have 1 more Spell Pierce, and like they've already played 2 charms. 2 is kind of stock these days. Where are the rest of their Murktides though? They've only had 1 Murktide. Although maybe they're only playing 3. A lot of people only play 3 these days too. We just chill. Don't want to let the Connive trigger happen. Lightning Bolt's Hierarch, it's fine. I'm at 23, I can attack here pretty easy. I can't believe we're gonna win this game. This is nuts. This must mean the matchup's like very good if we're like just super ahead here. I think am I getting back Time Warp here? Maybe. They have Otawara. Okay, I'll just let that happen. It's fine. Regardless in this deck needed Triumph. Triumph's been really good. I We haven't talked much about it because Triumph's been out for a while, but yes, the Triumph's been definitely a big upgrade to like building this deck. The list that Spies submitted yesterday, which was the inspiration for this, was I believe playing a Snow Duel over the Triumph. But I think it's just good to go Triumph, then you just get all basics. Okay, Spell Pierce for Connive, but I pay. The Connive, the 4th iteration, right into the graveyard. And this game should be pretty over. Bant is the color combo that kills your opponent before you're dead. Yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate statement that this deck, like the game's over like 5 turns before it actually ends. Okay, so this is one of the matchups where I think you want to cut the Time Warps, bring in 2 more Endurances, 1 more Solitude. Definitely want to bring in the Forge-Tenders. I think I want to play 1 Deputy, 1 Glasspool Mimic, 5 Walls was my plan this morning. Looks pretty good. I mean, you could play a second Deputy, though. Deputy is like it is an okay answer to Murktide, but we have 4 Solitude, 4 Endurance, so I don't know if we need it. I think I'm going to submit this. Sandman, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. Eerie Interlude maybe good. I think it's too slow. Like, it's like, I think a worse flicker effect than Ephemerate and Soulherder. I don't think you're looking for an extra one. If you're also like in your Collected Company decks, you need your 3-mana spells to be creatures. Collected Company is a good card, but it has really harsh deck building restrictions. Okay, the Cup 7, I'm gonna keep this. Like 2 Deputy for answering multiple Murktides. I mean, multiple Murktides are really uncommon, but... Or you mean just like multiple over the course of the game? Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think playing the second Deputy would be totally fine. Obviously, this is a new list, and I'm still kind of hammering out sideboard plans and stuff. So I think I'm going to go Triome, see what we draw, but likely just go like fetch basic Forest, main phase Ice-Fang. So Adnan is gone from the format. It pops up every once in a while, but like Tamashi combo or Temur Enchantment combo, whatever. Promise of Tomorrow, Glimpse of Tomorrow. I just can't remember the name. Chat always helps me with the name though. That's kind of replaced it. Is there a reason to play Skyclave instead of Deputy? So Deputy was better than Skyclave pre-Image2. After Image2, Deputy is better against Urza Saga tokens, Rhino tokens, Murktide Regent, Cauldron token, Hammer Time, just like enough of the relevant matchups that you played instead. And I don't think that Skyclave is particularly good anymore. I think it lined up well before Modern Horizons 2, but Modern Horizons 2 taking another life. I don't know. Yeah, Song of Content Creation. Song of Creation. It has too many. The name has too many pieces of other decks in it. I'm just gonna get an island here and cast Ice-Fang. Not gonna cast the Ephemerate and trigger the Connive for them though. I love this card. Local Slap, thank you for Twitch Prime, appreciate you. Oh, they can call it Rhinos and not 8 Cask. Now that's a good idea, huh? Wait, is that you, Susan? Hold on. No, sorry, I forgot who it was. Who was the person that came in first time chat? Oh, they cheered so I can look. It was random number god. I don't know why I thought it was Susan, but random number god came in with the base take this morning. It was awesome. Well, Skyclave representation be to be as good as it turned out to be? Obviously, no Deputy. Skyclave was really good in Modern for like a long time before Horizons 2, and then like just the way the format dynamic changed, so did like its position in the format. I think. I guess I'm just gonna Deputy these two. If they have a burn spell, then, you know, just kind of trade, and then we reset the counter. Is Ice-Fang just better than Strix? No, I mean, Baleful Strix has Death Touch on turn 2. Ice-Fang in Modern never does, which is just huge. Ice-Fang, Baleful Strix also has, like, really, really relevant artifact synergies, too. A long time. Skyclave was in the format 3 months before Image 2. That's a long time. It was, like, you know, in those 3 months, it was, like, a staple in a Tier 1 deck in the format, right? In the Heliod deck. I would at least consider it to be a long time. Is this if this our plan, is any merit to baiting it by Ephemerate Coatl? I don't know. The problem is, like, if we do that, they get to connive. They get to double connive. If we do that, like, the deputy is likely to die at some point anyways. Like, we're just kind of resetting, you know. Yo boy. Gonna deck themselves. Discarding 3 lands. Skyclave came out 9 months before Image 2. Yeah, 3 months sounded low, but yeah, it was a modern staple for before Modern Horizons 2, and had like time to solidify itself. Was certainly a format defining card. Do you think Death and Tax is ever going to be good again in Modern, just become outdated? Okay, I say this with peace and love, and with the intention of helping you grow and improve. I don't think Death and Taxes has ever been good in Modern. is my honest opinion. I can't remember a time where I've been like Death and Taxes, a good Modern deck. It's been like, you know, there's certainly been times where it's been more playable than others, but man, this stinks. We're like, we need another white source really bad. Oh, I could guess I could Wall of Blossoms, sorry, instead of the Wall of Omens, so we can go Solitude Pitch, Exile, Ephemerates. They get 2 Connives, down to 1 Shredder. We play Wall of Blossoms. Hopefully draw a land. Dang it. Okay. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. I just Wall of Blossoms into the Solitude. So they're gonna get some selection here. And have probably Expressive Iteration as their last card. Or Murktide. I might need to Endurance them if I feel like I can't beat a Murktide. They discard Fury, oh boy. They discard Fury. They discard Expressive Iteration. They discard Consider. They discarded Fury and Expressive Iteration, so their last card is definitely either Murktide or Expressive. I think we're doing okay against either of those, actually, with the Ice-Fang and the Rebound Ephemerate on the Solitude, maybe. But at least fine enough that I don't think I need to just, like, main phase evoke Endurance. Yeah, I might work on the Golgari Food deck. I mean, the lists with Squirrel have existed. I'm not sure exactly what these newer decks have cut, to be honest. Okay, so they attack me for 2. They play their Murktide post-combat. Wait, hold on. They discarded Fury. They discarded Iteration. What card are they keeping? What card are they keeping in their hand over Murktide and Expressive Iteration? Archmage's Charm? Even that doesn't, like, really make sense. I'm definitely going to upkeep Endurance them, though. Manatide, baby. Yeah, it must be Archmage's Charm. I guess if they, cast it into turn, I'll play the Endurance then. Shuffling a lot of gas back into the deck. I mean, they have 31 cards. Glad you like it, Neftar. Welcome to the stream. Okay. So now if they attack with the Shredder, I can just get Death Touch. I don't have a dual land because I have the Triome and the Mimics. Like, there's too many tap lands to play a dual, but... This is weird. Weird that they're taking the trade. Alright, have faith in the Coco chat. Yeah. I guess that's what we sign up for. I don't know, I can hardcast my Solitude now. Doesn't want to cast Murktide. They cast Murktide game 1. I think they're probably on a 3 copies of Murktide version. I'm really confused as to like why they discarded iteration though. Maybe a misclick, right? The last card's just a land or a Ragavan. Good top deck. So I'd rather leave Coco in the deck. Coco's good in the deck. Coco's good in the deck. I mean, this is what you sign up for when you play a deck with a Collected Company. It's going to be awkward sometimes. It's a higher variance spell. It's also really, really powerful, and we're, 7-1 on the day. I'm not interested in abandoning ship yet. Boo. We have 2 Endurance main, 2 Endurance side. I'm pretty happy with the split. You could play like Renegade Rallier in the main instead though. Wonder. I guess we have Eternal Witness in our deck, so I'm not supposed to endurance myself here. Tempting though, got a lot of juice in there. Tapping a higher because I have to flicker 1 to grow the Soulherders instead of flickering. You can't flicker the wall twice because it'll be removed from the target because after it gets flickered the first time. I don't think it's wrong to consider. Yeah, I mean, I considered it with 32 cards left in library. I think it's wrong to target ourselves. I don't think it's wrong to think about it for a second. Especially because I think we still have 3 witnesses to draw into because we haven't drawn 1 yet. Okay, we're 4-0. We are 7-1 on the day, right? No, 8-1 on the day. Be pretty cool to snag a trophy. 80 card deck. 80 card deck. Yeah, I keep seeing 80 cards. I said this earlier, but I keep seeing 80 cards. I keep thinking that we're playing against Omnath that keeps being death taxes or something weird, but I'm going to keep this hand, see what happens. Get Ren and Six on the play. Yorion Karth. Please no. So again, the main plan for this Omnath matchup is the Time Warp Infinite combo. I think that the presence of the Time Warp Infinite combo actually probably gives you a pretty good chance against Omnath. So first time playing against it today, a little early to tell, obviously. But that's the idea. That's your plan A. And then so we have 2 Time Warps main, and we bring in a 3rd Time Warp at the side for like particularly this matchup. Although there's a few others that you bring it in against, I think. Okay, that's fine. Play the Wall of Blossoms. I don't think I'm super likely to... Did they miss a land? They did miss a land. Okay, I think I just want to play this since looking Coco next turn. I don't think I need to hold up the Ephemerate right now. They'd find land number 3. For a fun Raveler. They're never bouncing this, right? What kind of maniac just like bounces Wall of Omens here? Who hurt you, opponent? Who hurt you? Okay, I'm gonna have to go to discard. It's fine. Unless they Solitude my Soulherder, I guess. I think we discarded the wall. Oh, dude, my opponent is a literal genius. A literal genius. They just, like, they terminated the wall. They just, like... they just, like, literally got rid of it. Amazing. Amazing. We've been had. Oh, what? Sorry, I should have got a Eternal Witness promos. Like the rest of the deck is promoed. Probably grab a land here. They missed a land drop, right? Yeah. I think I'm pretty cozy to play Hierarch and say you can lose your Teferi, you can lose your Eternal Witness. It's up to you, opponent. You gotta lose one here unless they have Solitude. Yeah. They bounced the Wall of those Wall of Blossoms. I discarded the hand size. Okay, they do have a Solitude. So I think I just Coco. Let's not overthink it too much. Ice-Fang is pretty good to be able to pressure the Teferi some. I need to think about like solituding this Eternal Witness though to play around. Yeah, I think I'm so ahead on cards. I just need to not lose to Ephemerate, Solitude, Eternal Witness. Which is why I was kind of okay if they chump blocked the Soulherder there. And like they didn't chump block the Soulherder, which kind of makes me think that they have the Ephemerate, if that makes sense. Have to be phased because of Teferi for those who have the luxury of not playing against Teferi and are wondering why I been phased. I could have Fury, could have Solitude. Looks like a Fury. Kill my 2 creatures, it's okay. Yeah, I've been in a really long league. So I can't quite Eternal Witness and cast Company, but I can Eternal Witness, Get Back Company, Soulherder, Get Back Company. Is this deck Omnath? My deck's not Omnath, my opponent's is. I'm just Bant, baby. Probably chump blocking with a wall here. I feel reluctant to say this, but I actually feel like we're pretty likely to be able to outgrind the Omnath deck. Famous last words, but I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of shells that we've been able to outgrind the Omnath deck with. Let me just attack the Teferi first, force some action. See what they've got up their sleeve. Kind of the worst possible. But this was, they were destined to kill both my creatures with this, so I think I like being able to bait them to do this before anything else happens. Oh, they kill the wall, so they get the double block again. I guess I lost a wall. 2 cards in their hand, though. Resto is weird. Does Resto mean they're playing Vivian? I hope they're not playing Vivian. What's nice too is because we with the time warps in the deck, I feel like we have a certain degree of inevitability here, which is nice. I think I'm gonna get back a Witness. So with all these companies in my hand, don't think I need to get another one back here. I might get back Solitude, assuming I can flicker my Witness. Although if they do have the Ephemerate like I was thinking, although maybe it was just the Restoration Angel. We're in some dicey shape, maybe. Mitch, 12 months, appreciate you. Lightning Bolt, okay, it's fine. Really happy with my choice to get back another Witness, by the way. In fact, I'm probably gonna Witness back the other Witness. I just like need to make sure I can time warp combo this game. Gonna take 6. Probably bounces the Resto here, right? Yorion into the hand, hold up Resto. So We should force the action on Resto just by attacking first, I think. Maybe they're not going to prioritize keeping their Teferi around, but I would be really happy if that was the case. So I'm probably just going to go Coco, right? I care about endurance at all? Not really. I just want to dig for Time Warp. Get the blockers for the Fury is nice too. Don't know if I have it in me to Deputy of Detention to Fairy right now. I think I'm just going to main phase another Coco. So I just bottomed a Time Warp. Okay, there's one. Finally. I feel like Clock Manager could be a big factor in this matchup. Yeah, but I always win the Clock Management game. Not worried about it. I think we've cast like 5 or 6 Cocos this game. Oh, Teferi stops the Ephemerate Time Warp thing, though. I mean, just the Time Warp itself is really, really nice. Should be okay. Especially because I think they're just going to Yorion here, and if they don't draw a Solitude white card, they have nothing. And even if we do, it should be okay. Yeah, Deputy can deal with the Teferi. We'll figure it out. Let's just get to our turn, you know. Soulherder gets through the combo. Yeah, I mean, I know we can combo. I'm just trying to think like how we are gonna be able to navigate around a potential Solitude or a potential Endurance. You know, they're drawing so many cards. It's even like likely to me, right? Oh no! Now they get to They get to Fury on my instep. Wait, but Teferi's not in play right now, but it comes back into play end of turn. Dude, it comes back to play end of turn. What can I even do? I guess I just go Time Warp, Witness back Witness, deal with it next turn. Do I have another Ephemerate in the yard? I don't have another Ephemerate in the yard, so I can Oh, I need to Solitude this Yorion too. I need to Solitude the Yorion. Otherwise this just keeps happening. Fuck, why is this so complicated? I think I need to leave the Ephemerate in the hand. It's close. They're just so likely to have a Solitude now, too. We get to break up this loop. Yeah, I think this has been like a 3-hour league, and we're this game's gonna go for like to time probably. Why not Ephemerate Witness? The Teferi being played stops the Witness from rebounding, or the Ephemerate from rebounding. So here I have to go Eternal Witness, get back Time Warp, I think. And then I can Ephemerate Soulherder or Witness. And then that could be my loop. But I can't cast the Soulherder this turn. Okay, so I don't get the rebound. They don't have Solitude, though, which is huge. So this is huge. So if I get Soulherder, I'm not able to Time Warp. I think I just have to get Eternal Witness here, which guarantees me another turn. And I still have 2 more. I have 1 Soulherder to draw into, 1 Eternal Witness, 1 Company for the Soulherder, 2 Ephemerates, which are all wins. I don't get the rebound. I think waiting next turn Ephemerate gave me a chance to draw answer to Teferi. I don't think we could wait. Unless I'm missing something. Feels big bad to brick here. Yeah, still one endurance, so we don't deck, I guess. A lot of outs though. Damn it! Alright. That's fine. Bring in the third time warp. Not sideboarding too heavily. I think I'll play one endurance. Down to 26 hits isn't like amazing though. I think 3 Solitude's a good number though. Could play Forge-Tender. I don't think they're super heavy on Fury though. Use the rest of your beer pack. Background Omnath. I mean, we were very close to being able to do so. I think we ran a little bad. Alright, let's do this. We were falling behind on clock, huh? Magus to the 5-pack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got an uphill battle on our hands, chat. We have an uphill battle on our hands.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Okay, good draw, good draw. So they have Counterspell up? Counterspell or Ice-Fang? I'm just definitely walking into it here. Alright, got some 2-for-1s after our mulligan to 5. Successfully unmulliganed. Oh, Dharma's Call. Sure. Maybe I was supposed to side up the deputies, actually. The deputy's not that good here. First, to keep a 1-land Hierarch. It wasn't a land that could cast Hierarch. It was a Temple Guard. It was a Hallowed Fountain. If it was a green source, it's an easy keep. But it was not a green source. Rallier. Weird. Not bad, just weird. I guess I'm actually... Sorry, I shouldn't have fetched because I'm just going to copy the wall. We have the combo. Probably means Vivian. I don't know. I feel like they're just elementals, but maybe you're right. Like we didn't see like Feldar Guardian, didn't see Vivian last game. We saw a lot of their cards last game. Maybe you're right. They're def on Vivian. I don't know. I've seen people play Rallier in non-Vivian lists. Solitude makes me maybe a bit more comfy against a possible Vivian. Just gonna explore here though. Let's see if they have a Solitude. They didn't have a fetch land last turn, so I don't think I'm supposed to Solitude this on math super aggressively. Okay, we have another Time Warp in the hand. They pitched Titania. I'm not sure exactly what info that gives us. Still Flicker to get a counter here. Do have a fetch land. Should have Soulherdered the Mimic. Well, they I guess, yeah, I guess here. Okay, this is fine. I think. I guess they target themselves with a Time Warp. So they target themselves with a Time Warp. Then I get the next turn. Oh, I thought they just attack. Okay, this is actually really bad. Yeah, well, yeah, give us temporal manipulation, please, wizards. Why does it target? My opponent says I could have milled you. That does not work. Opponent thought that if you like, they thought they could like loop the time warps and kill me, but they don't control me on all the turns, just the first one. Wait, what? Emrakul. Wait, they time warped targeting themselves. They time warped targeting themselves. Why do they have the turn here? Target player next turn after this one. Shouldn't they have the next turn if they time warped? And then I would get the turn after that. Yeah, I guess they just get 2 turns now. I could probably jump once. My cyber guide reanimated posted today. Cyber guide says take out 2 endurance against 4 color. Okay, I'll take a look at it. I usually just like copy paste the matchups and like I erased the past. I must have messed something up. Okay, Rin can kill Witness. Get back fetch lands. Not instant solituding escapes me. They didn't play a fetch land last turn. We think that there may be Vivian combo, right? So saving the Solitude to break up Vivian combo, I think it makes a lot of sense. When if I Solitude the Omnath, they play Vivian, I'm just dead. And they didn't play fetch land last turn, so I thought it made a lot of sense. I know it didn't really work out. But I feel like it was a fine line. So they have Containment Priest. Wait, why are they playing Containment Priest? Coco? I mean, they're not playing it because of Collected Company. I know why they're playing it against me. I don't know why they have it in their deck. For creativity? I guess that's kind of cool. I'm going to Solitude it. I can't beat the card, so I'm going to Solitude it here. They don't play it. Interesting. So I guess I'll Solitude the Omnath. Yorn on their hand. He had his flash. I think they just would want to use their mana. Pretty dead here, though. Alright, I'll concede. Tough stuff. Game 1 was a real headache. And despite not playing against Karth in the last round, Karth is here to mock me. Open. I thought this was Gristlebrand. It's the much worse one. I mean, back-to-back 4-1s is not anything to be upset about. Very exciting. I think I'll be playing more of this deck Monday. I would really like to play another league right now, but I have a call in about an hour, so I don't have time for another league. But that is the stream. Good week this week. Let's find somebody to raid. Very good week this week. One of the best in a long time.